In the United States, John F. Kennedy had just won the election. The Eisenhower administration was on its way out. Many in the US administrations feared, with good reason, that Kennedy might have a more pro-Lumumba policy. Some of Kennedy's advisors wanted to figure out a solution where Lumumba would be freed from prison and somehow return as Prime Minister of Congo. This was known to Larry Delvin, the CIA station chief in Congo, and Joseph Mobutu. Lumumba was clearly still the most popular and charismatic leader in Congo, and Mobutu knew he had to do something about it. So Mobutu went to Delvin and told him that he'll be sending Lumumba to his death. Delvin would keep this information a secret from Washington. He knew that if the Kennedy administration were alerted of this plan, they would likely intervene. On January 17, 1961, Lumumba was put on a plane. The plane landed in the one place on Earth that wanted Lumumba dead more than any other: Katanga. Thrown in prison, he was tortured and beaten by both white Belgian officers and by Tshombe, the leader of the Katanga province. For 61 years, what happens next remained a secret. The official story was Lumumba escaped in prison in Katanga and was killed by some of the villagers. But nobody bought that story. Not the Congolese people, not the United Nations, nor the rest of the world.
Tshombe is the murderer of Lumumba, who was the rightful prime minister of the Congo. Tshombe is the man whose forces fought against the United Nations forces and against the United States, and despite this criminal past of Tshombe, now the United States is backing Tshombe.
In 1999, Gerard Soete, a Belgian police commissioner in Katanga during the 1960s, publicly confessed to the events that took place on that cold January night in 1961. In the middle of the night, Lumumba and two of his associates were shoved into the back of a car and driven to the middle of the forest. A few minutes later, a firing squad ended their lives. Soete received orders to leave no body and no trace. So he and his men cut up Lumumba's body and dissolved it in sulfuric acid. He kept two of Lumumba's teeth as a souvenir. In 2002, the Belgian government officially acknowledged its role in Lumumba's assassination. Lumumba's teeth were eventually discovered in 2016. In 2022, the Belgian government finally returned Lumumba's teeth to his family. The death of Patrice Lumumba shocked the world. In his short 35 years, he had risen from a poor Congolese boy to a symbol of African resistance against imperialism. With Western support, Mobutu went on to rule as a corrupt dictator in Congo for another 31 years. And today, Congo remains just as unstable as it was back in 1960. Could Lumumba have united Congo? Could he have been the leader that the African continent needed? We will never know. And the story of Congo does not end here. 9 months later, UN Secretary General Dag Hammarskjöld, who was a strong proponent of true African independence, died in a mysterious plane crash en route to Congo.